Hello, my name is Nicholas Belloni, and as you know, I'm running for the right to be your district supervisor. Like many of you, I was born and raised in the Richmond, and I've spent my entire life here. As a child, I attended Star of the Sea Grammar School and Sacred Heart High School. I have been involved in many issues that matter most to the residents of San Francisco since I was young. My aunt and uncle, Kamini and Ruth Gupta, were community leaders and activists for all their lives, including being very involved with women's rights. From them, I grew up and learned that all people are equal and all people deserve the same rights no matter what race, gender, or sexual orientation. My family taught me not only to respect those rights, but also to fight to preserve them. That's why I'm running for the right to represent you. As your representative on the Board of Supervisors, I will work with the police force and the surrounding neighborhoods to help draft and pass legislation that not only makes sense, but will promote public safety. My sense of commitment to the community is also strong. I was born and raised here. I will honor the values and purpose behind having district supervisors, that is to represent the district, even if the district's desires are contrary to my own. I live in the area and I will spend all my free time I have in it. I will designate one evening a week to be at a local restaurant or cafe, to be able to meet with my constituents for an informal, more relaxed setting, and to respond to questions, concerns that the people of the district have. I will actively post on Twitter and Facebook to keep residents informed and let them know where I am and what I'm doing and how it affects the district. You will have a live timeline of when I'm out in the district so you can reach me with your questions. I cannot adequately represent the Richmond district as a district supervisor without input from the community. Therefore, I welcome all comments and questions, good or bad, and follow the consensus of what the community wants. I'm in agreement with my colleague Carmen Chu when it comes to the issue of our neighborhood schools. In my time walking the streets and speaking to my fellow neighbors, those that I've known all my life, one of the biggest complaints comes forth that our school board does not listen and address the complaints of those parents with children in the public school system. I would feel it's my responsibility as the Richmond District Supervisor to not sit back and allow those complaints and concerns to go unanswered, but instead take action, meet with boards or commissions, whether it be the school board or the planning commission or any other body, to ensure that the neighborhood's voice is heard and that those commissions and boards are taking them seriously. Every day I see vacant storefronts and apartments for rent in our district. The population of school children in San Francisco has reached an all-time low. Every year more and more schools close and consolidate due to decreasing numbers. This is a direct correlation to the families leaving our neighborhoods in our city. I want to follow examples set by Santa Clara and attract more teachers to San Francisco by providing teacher housing and help renters and deterring owners with attractive mortgage rates. I want neighborhood schools, just like we had when we all grew up, to attract more families to come back. I am currently working for a better alternative to the proposed bus rapid transit system, or BRT as it's known. There are better, low-cost alternatives to the system that is currently being forced upon our neighborhood, instead of losing parking and car lanes to the detriment of local merchants, thereby forcing more cars onto side streets to the detriment of local residents. My proposal would be implemented a system that would install signal priority, real-time information at bus stops through global positioning satellite systems, dedicated bus lanes at peak commute hours, bus zones, traffic enforcement, including double fines and limited left turn during commute hours. Geary Boulevard is all about small business and the family that runs them. Those families are tied to the success of their business. When the stakes are that high, we must look at means that are just as effective, less expensive, and less detrimental to those living and working around it. I have worked with the merchants in the community. I'll listen to them. I know the proposed BRT system will hurt them and in some cases kill their business. I'll bring my skills as a bridge builder to the Board of Supervisors. I have worked for one of the largest video game companies and as an independent film and television producer. I am well versed in handling and understanding large projects. Doing this, returning to representing the Richmond district, will be my fondest and greatest project. I have plans that make sense. If you want to continue the status quo, then elect an official from the school board or one from the planning commission. If you want someone who will be more interested in helping the community than one who is looking for their next job, please look to me. Thank you.
SF Votes. The League of Women Voters has joined with your public, educational, and government cable stations to provide the election information you need. SF Votes. Meet the candidates, learn about the city's ballot measures, and find out how you can make your voice heard. SF Votes. Grassroots, independent, complete election coverage you can find nowhere else. Brought to you by the League of Women Voters, Access SF, EATV, and SFG TV.